Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where things continue to be mildly awkward, but we've got this reasonably well under control. We've got ticking war score up here. They are nowhere in sight, so I don't think it's even possible at this point for them to stop us from winning this war. Now, we are in position down over here to be here very shortly. Where are we, in fact? Okay, we're here? Yeah. We need to get down and deal with this invasion of the Kingdom of Ajuran, right? So we are on our way down, and we're going to want to put our troops down fairly soon. We're negative financially, and that's not great. How are we doing on, who is this? Our wife and Empress? It's absolutely fine to confess our love to our wife. Sure. I don't have a problem with that. Whatever. Apparently she scorned us. You know what? We'll seduce her. Yes, I realize that we were swaying our Hogan, and that stopped that, but whatever. I'm sure it's fine. So we're going to head on down here. Demand artifact. No. Get out of here. So they're going to be doing some occupation over here. This war is now over. We enforce those demands immediately. We're minus 48% here. We are sailing on in. And of course, note that this is Socotra up here is held by Dabit. That is not great. We're going to stop these plague trials for sure. Now, they have pretty high quality here. No doubt about that. And we are starving. No doubt about that either. What did we just inherit? Hang on. What happened here? We hold a bunch of titles that we shouldn't. Is it out over here? Where is it? It's around somewhere. Hang on. We weren't zoomed in enough to see. We'll have to go up over here. There's this. So we can grant that out for sure. What else do we personally hold here that we really shouldn't? There must be 2 more. 3 more. Up here. We grant this out. That's perfect. Constantine became ours. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Back over here, we should pull back one of these castles. It will be this one. So we'll revoke this title. This is currently running watch posts. I'm thinking about whether we want to switch this over to archers. It's not phenomenal for it, is it? So I'm wondering about this one. We have watch posts here already. This is, of course, heavy infantry and men-at-arms, or heavy infantry men-at-arms right now. We could put blacksmiths in. So blacksmiths would end up replacing probably mobile camps here. I like the pursuit. So yes, we would end up doing that. But I want to take a quick look at these archers. Well, they're raised right now. We can't actually change that. We'll have to get out of this war first. So let's head on in over to Mogadishu. And this siege should go fairly quickly, in theory. Yeah, 4 months. So that sounds good. Okay, this is his sieging over here. Got it. Do we think that our wife here is already fantasizing about us? Well, she is carrying presumably our child. She has 35 opinion of us. I don't know. Maybe. Sure, let's toss a coin. It's only 1 gold. Our counselor died, and we should definitely get a new one. There we go. Okay, so she has budding interest. Fantastic. So I'm keeping an eye on these guys up here. She's distant. She'll never disrespect the sanctity of our marriage. Okay, so she herself has a disputed heritage. Okay, as long as that's a secret, it doesn't really matter. We'll get 60 gold from this guy. That sounds great. And our court grandeur has gone up. Now, our court grandeur is going to have to go up quite a lot more. We're going to have to pay a lot more in court amenities. Cool. So let's finish up this siege. 20 days left on that. We'll see what ends up happening with this. We need to resupply for sure. So this is I guess, quasi-reasonable. Let's split off some mangonels and a few units of archers. I'm going to send them out over here to take this back. I want to put a siege leader here. Is there a siege leader available? Not a single siege leader in our entire empire. Okay, this guy will have to do. So we're going to move these guys up to here and split them up. And we're just going to do something like this. Now, they are on their way back. That is noted. They're actually going to siege here. Okay, perfect. I am A-okay with this. We're resupplying here. And we do need to have a new chancellor. That would be this guy. Sounds good. So we're now losing supply here. So we need to split this again. Sure, that's fine. We're going to continue to raise up our supply levels here. So we're at minus 5% right now. Now we're at plus 6. Cool. I'm going to walk up over here and start up a siege, although we should probably let these guys replenish their supplies first. Okay. That's reasonably fine for now. I'm just going to start them moving up. Current supply levels here are okay. What is her piety? I mean, she is zealous. She probably would like something pious, actually. She is completely engrossed. Fantastic. Okay, so these guys at this point should have sufficient supply to go on the offensive, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to head off up over here. They are sieging this down. That is understood. It's absolutely fine. I want to go crush this army. They are running away. That is what we expect out of them. Do we want to become a drunkard? No, we don't. What would she like here? Well, actually, this isn't about what she likes. She is asking us how we want to invest this money. We should save it. Absolutely. That isn't part of the seduction scheme, so that's fine. Now, they're going to try to fight us here. This is not the world's greatest location. Indeed. But I'm going to chase them down. They're going to be taking attrition running around up here. Okay, so they're going to be defending in these hills. They are apparently higher quality. Indeed, they are. I'm going to drop a rally point here. We're going to raise men-at-arms here. We're also going to raise a few additional levy troops. I want to boost up our troop count a bit. We'll raise around 5,000. I don't think we need more than that. And then this is 40 days left here, so that sounds good. We're going to head in here and continue to siege. Okay, so she becomes our lover. That seems good. Okay. So now I want to go back to swaying our Hogan, because we absolutely should be doing that. He actually improved to minus 5. We impressed him at some point. Okay, that looks good. So we should be getting in, I believe, knights here. About 10 days until these knights arrive. There we go. 5 additional knights. Sounds good. We're going to go in here with a significant numerical advantage and 5 additional knights. They're running away from this. We should win this. I don't expect us to stack wipe it, but we're going to do significant damage to them. Cool. So we're at 6% right now, and they are retreating in awkward directions. I'm going to head down here and see if we can take this back. Stewardship perk is available, and let's take golden obligations for sure. We definitely need to get our finances under control. We're going to head over here. Okay. And we're going to station besiegers here. And we're going to head down this way. Cool. So for now, that should be reasonably fine. I want to get these sieges dealt with. 18 months on this one. Okay, that's a while. 6 months here. That's not too bad. 6 months is actually pretty decent. 18 months, not so much. So these guys are embarking over here. I'm betting they're coming down to Mogadishu. So I'm going to station besiegers here. And we're going to walk down this direction and see what they're going to do. With the tress, huh? Okay, so our Empress is doing things, and that's fine. We never go anywhere without a cutting of our lover's hair. That's fine. Whatever. We'll summon the physician here, and I want to fight these guys. This should be a stack wipe. That looks good. Are there no sick houses? Indeed. So we're going to come down here and easily win that. I want to walk up to Ganali. We're at 47% war score at this time. And we actually just captured our foe. So that's perfect. War is over. We can disband these troops. Okay, so those were awkward wars. No doubt about it. But we've got other things to conquer. Like Mogadishu. I want to declare war on him immediately. It's a little awkward. Can we get a claimant here? It would be better if we could get a claimant. No? Then we're just going to have to go through the scheme method. Unless we are the Emperor of Ogeron. We're his de jure liege. He would not accept this. And we do have de jure claims on both of these, but we can't press both simultaneously. And the reason for that is because we're lacking divine right. So that is understood. I'm wondering right now, Castle Bailey's is pretty close to finishing. Banking is pretty close to finishing. Household Soldiers is 4 months away. We may want to actually wait on that because we'll be able to bump up our men-at-arms size, which would be very good. We'd be very happy about that. So these are currently Nile archers, and they're stationed in Banifing. The question is, do we want Nile archers? I think the answer to that is likely no. I'm going to disband them. We're going to be able to replace them as soon as that's done. So here we have spearman damage. This is archer damage. But we could replace this with hill forts. I'm thinking about putting spearmen in here. And that seems reasonably decent. So this ransom is not acceptable. He's our vassal. But this ransom is acceptable. We are making money at this time. That's good. This is a waste of gold. Absolutely. This ransom is not fine. This ransom is absolutely fine. And I do want to hop into... What was it I wanted to do? I've completely forgotten. Oh, I remember what it was. I wanted to hop into the court grandeur and bump these up. Okay. So we'll get going on that. That seems reasonably fine for right now. We should be finishing up our household soldiers very shortly. Do we want chronicle writing? I mean, that would allow us to press several of our claims in a single war. That wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. Divine Right, of course, can press multiple claims for another character in a single war. So that's probably something that we want to do, is grab chronicle writing as soon as household soldiers is done, which that should be done very, very shortly. Okay, there's a lot of events happening right now. And ransoms. Sure, this is all reasonably acceptable, but not that guy. There we go. Yep, that looks good. We can grant vassals to rightful liege, and we should do that. Okay, and we should have our tech very, very shortly. Any moment now. There it is. Household soldiers comes in. That sounds good. Bring the cleaver. Fantastic. We're to grab chronicle writing. That'll be done in about 5 years. That is fine. So from here, what do we want to do? Well, we want to immediately create a men-at-arms regiment, and I'm going to go for... I don't think we want to go for retinue pikemen. I think we want to go for regular pikemen here. And those are going to be stationed in this location. Looks good. So, we can boost up the size of our men-at-arms by a pretty hefty amount, and we're going to do exactly that. Bumping up all of these that we can. Perfect. What do we have for our accolades? Okay, this looks good. Do we have a successor available? Yes, we do. What about for Bearer of the Emperor's Mace? We'll seek a worthy accolade successor there. That looks good. And then the Scorpion of Kong North, we don't have anything for him either, but this is already a huge upgrade for us. Now, it's going to be expensive to replenish, and we're going to need to swap our small hill fort over here, but that's fine. Are there no sick houses? Okay. Now, I do want to come down and attack Mogadishu here. So, hang on. No, this is the same guy. Okay, so we want to seize this de jure duchy. Fantastic. We're going to raise up our forces here. We probably only need men-at-arms and a few levy forces. So we'll get going on that. We're going to keep around somewhere around, I don't know, 10,000 is probably way more than we need. So that seems okay. 8,000 now. 9,000, and that'll do. 10,007. Sounds perfect. We're going to head into Mogadishu as soon as our forces arrive, and they have about 9,000 of their own. Not bad. Not bad at all. So that looks good for now. We can hold court, and we probably should do that. Just so that... Oh. Somebody's attempting to murder us. So, 63% chance of us winning this. 8% chance of death. 2% chance of death. Okay. Spending 350 prestige seems like the way to go. Okay. Everyone back to your chambers. And this is apparently over. No, we have no money to spare. This is actually still going. Sure. We're going to gain 75 of that prestige back, and our business here is done. We gained some court grandeur. We gained some legitimacy. Okay, well, that was awkward. Luckily, we didn't die. Even if we had, though, we do have a son. So this is actually not too bad. Cool. So, we've died. Okay. Well, like I said, this is not so bad. We were killed at age 19. Well, that was very awkward indeed. So we need a council. That is going to be this guy, and we should probably have powerful vassals on our council, actually. There we go, something like this. Let's wrap up this war as quickly as we can. We're probably going to have issues, and we want to go for a stewardship focus for sure here. I want to... We can't even educate... Or no, we can't educate child. Our mother and regent, and she should be fine as a regent. She'll be... I think she'll be selfless pretty much the whole way through. So I don't have any real problem with that. Okay. So let's wrap up this war here. That death was very unfortunate. They got 2 very rapid attempts at killing us. But whatever. We're at 79% war score right now. And how old are we? We are 0. So we'll be under regency for a while. Noted. There's a dangerous faction. This is not surprising. It actually isn't a dangerous faction anymore. Okay, that's because our previous steward died. Under mysterious circumstances. Okay. Fascinating. So they're sieging up over here. We should go fight them if this doesn't end it. It might end it, though. 10 days left. 87. Okay. We're going to head up and fight them here. And with any luck, this will end the war. It should. It absolutely should. But, yep, being killed there at age 19 was definitely awkward. They're actually outmaneuvering us a little bit here. Okay, we're going to have to come down over this way. Dynasty Legacy, okay, we'll grab Squire Traditions. That's not great for us, but we want to be able to get down to Private Army. So that'll be fine. We're going to look to fight them here. It thinks the chances are even. I'm not certain about that. I think we win that easily. Yeah, we win that very easily. As expected. So that should end the war. We'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. Okay, we need to grant out Mogadishu. And we're currently at 9 of 10. So our regent is definitely helping us out there. Let's revoke this title here. There we go. And that will pull back a fair number of forces for us. Perfection. Now, we do need a new spy master, and that will be this guy. This ransom is acceptable. And we're pretty negative financially right now. We can't sway our Hogan. There's a lot we can't do right now because we are very, very young. Sure, he'll go free today. So our regent furthered our mandate. That's good. Getting us a bunch of gold. And we're still working on switching this over to Camp Smiths. Wait, Camp Smiths? Something doesn't seem right here. I don't think this was supposed to be Camp Smiths. I think this was supposed to be Hillforts. Yes. This was supposed to be Hillforts for the Spearmen. It'll take 5 years to build, but we'll get going on that. So that seems fine for now. Now, I'm wondering about the innovations here. There's no culture head and no valid candidate. Okay. That's interesting. Well, we're fascinating chronicle writing still, so we're 3 years out on that. And banking is currently at 12 years. This might have to just be automatically done. We'll see. So there is definitely a faction that is not surprising in this current moment. I want to check in here real quick. Okay, this is looking pretty decent. So, faction to install the King of Egypt onto the Abyssinian throne. That's the only faction that currently exists. So what do we want to do about it? Well, we've got this going on. This would actually work. Sure. It's just a betrothal, after all. So that would get this guy out. He's 15.5%. That drops him down to 64, which means that they're technically too weak to send an ultimatum. They're very close, though. I'd like to get this guy dealt with as well. So what do we have here? Well, we could actually do this. And that seems fine. Cool. So for now, that looks okay. A realm-wide quarantine for 10 years. We're not going to do that. I don't think that's necessary here. We've got these 2 plagues. We don't need to do a whole realm quarantine. So this ransom is acceptable. We'll take that cash. Absolutely. And as soon as we're old enough, we need to start working on our Hogan. He is not happy right now. Court grandeur is still very low. Yeah, it didn't really have time to work its way up. But we're working on it. So that's fine for now. What do we got going on here? 14 court grandeur. Done. We'll absolutely take 14 court grandeur. That needs to continue to work its way up. Are there no sick houses? Indeed. So the question is, do we want to start pressing some of our claims out over this way, right? Mogadishu still exists. We would want to get rid of him. But for now, that's reasonably fine. I'm wondering about fighting this guy. We could seize this emirate de jure. I'd love to take Socotra as well, but for now, we could just take the Nile Delta. That seems reasonably fine. There's a lot that we can't do while we're a child, but we can absolutely do this sort of thing. So we should definitely do that. And hopefully, we end up having an actual heir. That would be nice. Currently, our player heir and half-sister is our heir. So there's that. This ransom is acceptable. We'll take 100 gold. Once again, I'm raising up about 10k here. A little bit more. That'll be enough. And then these guys are going to head in here. Are there no sick houses? Our counselor died from being ill, and that is going to be this lady next. Excellent. So I want to check in on this construction over here. Yeah, this is going to take a while. Wait, that is Camp Smith's? Huh. That's intriguing. The reason I say that's intriguing is because this is called Small Hill Fort. I'm sure I didn't click on it wrong that time. Okay, I guess I wasted some time. Sure. Well, we're going to get this done. Of course, we're pretty financially negative while doing this right now because our Hogan is a jerk, but, you know, what are we going to do? We're what, 2 years old? We're 1 year old. Okay. Yeah, that's not great. Now, we do currently have a dangerous faction. That's these guys back. So, there's a number of people in this. This guy's the primary problem. I'm wondering what we could do here. We've got a sister. This would be fine. Okay. Cool. So that will bounce that faction for now. We don't need to worry about that for the moment. And now there are a bunch of forts up here that are going to need to be sieged. And this is a very expensive force for us to keep up here. No doubt about that. But we're going to make our way up over here. We're at 11% war score right now. I'm going to station besiegers here. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send mangonels and like 3,000 troops down this way. Do we have a siege leader yet? That would be very convenient if we did. Not a single siege leader in the entire empire. Okay, noted. So for now, that's, I guess, fine. We're going to send another roughly 3,000 up over here. It doesn't really matter who's leading them. And we may as well... Well, do we want to split any more off? Well, he's in other wars. I'm going to send 2,000 out over here. And then an additional 2,000. I can't really select past here very well. There we go. An additional 2,000-ish. This is pretty much all of the levy forces. Okay. We'll send them down over here. Okay, so for now, that's reasonably fine. I just want to get started on all of these sieges, right? And then we'll group these together as they finish. We're not actually making any progress down here. That's noted. I'm going to send some forces from here, 500 troops, and they're going to head down. Cool. So progress is not going to be speedy. We're still actually not making any progress over here. Okay. I guess we'll send an additional 900. And this Fama should not be here, but whatever. We'll send him down over here. We want to make progress here. We want to have at least some level of progress, right? So our regent is now more powerful and furthered the mandate. That's fine. These guys are barely achieving their goal here. I guess we can do something like this. It's definitely non-ideal. But there. We'll just get them out of there for the time being. And this siege will be done in 3 months at this point. We've got 3 years here, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. It's a little grim in terms of that timing. We need to get these mangonels up there. We have onagers now, don't we? Or was that our other culture? Or trebuchet. Yeah, we have trebuchet. We should upgrade to that after we're done with this war. Cool. So we're going to finish up this siege in 30 days. Now 20. Okay. This siege is over. We're going to head on up over here next. And we'll group all of these guys together. 4 months now. Much better. We got a small breach. That's fine. And we've apparently been rolling quite well up here. We're making solid progress here. Not so solid here, but these two are going pretty okay. So we've got 3 months left on this siege. Now 50 days. Cool. So we're not getting all that much war score, right? That's for sure. I definitely want to remember to upgrade our trebuchets. I would normally be putting a cut in about now, but I feel like if I do that, I won't remember to upgrade our trebuchets. So I'd like to finish this war first. We'll see how that goes. So we've got only 30 days left here. And then they've got, like, territory out over here, right? We saw their army up over here. So that's the thing. Let's just head up over this way quick and finish up this siege. Only 50 days left here. Looks good. We're going negative in piety because we keep saying, are there no sick houses? But, I mean, that event comes up so frequently and it costs so much money if you don't do that. So you're just always negative in piety. Okay. I mean, it's not the end of the world. So we're going to head down here. We're at 43% war score right now. I don't think this is going to finish it. However, they're on their way in over here. That's actually really solid. We're going to finish up this siege in 3 months. It's going to take them 10 to finish this. That looks good. They actually got a breach already, but we're going to be done in 40 days. Stalemate? Sure. 25 days. Small hill fort has been constructed, and we should hop over here to our capital, which is, of course, over here, and get that upgrading. Cool. So that'll be 4 years, but that will boost up the quality of our spearmen. And we're going to come in and attack them over here. We'll be the defender there, and we're at 54% war score right now. We can get 50% from battles, so in theory, if we do well in this battle, then we might end up... And we're doing very well in the battle. We might end up ending the war here. There we go. Perfect. So we'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. I want to hand this out because we don't want to hold that ourselves. But we need to upgrade our mangonels. Our mangonels are outdated. So we're going to destroy that regiment, and we're going to create a new regiment, which of course is going to be trebuchets. Perfect. And where are those going to be stationed? Well, it doesn't matter right now. We don't have any buildings that can boost them. I'm going to put them down in Bandama for the moment. And we can start trying to get those brought up a bit. This ransom is actually acceptable. We'll take 100 gold, and that will bring us up to size 5 of 8. But we want to continue to bring that up. We're actually out of money right now, which is mildly awkward. But I do want to ransom off these 2 prisoners, and that is fine for right now. Regent furthered mandate. Feudal taxes. Okay. So that's fine, I guess. We're going to be replenishing these for a while. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to get that situation with our trebuchets finished up. Hopefully I remember to do that. I should. And we're also probably going to go conquer some of this area up here. We're going to take this from Anatolia and take this. That would all be ideal. And Socotra, ideally, too. And get Africa united. That would be wonderful. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kintogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.